Good morning everyone, my name is Chris from Two-Headed Wolf Gaming and welcome back to our East Engle campaign. In the last episode, we just managed to defeat the raiders coming here from the coast and we will take the opportunity to defeat them. But before doing that, at the beginning of the turn we've gained another choice. Here King, Prey or Party. Now they have decided to settle in this land. Your warriors would appreciate having access to the comforts they were accustomed to in their old home. They would like to build a great hall where they can feast and tell tales of past battles. But you also had a delegation from the English saying they need more churches. Their priests even implied that to not build churches would show that you only pay lip service to their beliefs. So I had to pick between building a church and getting one more point towards here king, the English side, or to go with my army. And I chose once again to go towards the English, and with that I've gained a little bit more bonuses to faction allegiance, to diplomatic bonuses toward English factions, and 25 more percent to income from commerce, which will help our economy a little bit. Unfortunately, we will gain some penalties in unit replenishment in the recruitment pool. So we will have to see how that balance goes forward. We've always also finished developing horse breeding, which provides us with a bit more charge bonuses for our cav, which will be very useful. In the technology department, we were going to continue with the cavalry research into mounted warrior drills, which will provide us with +6 to melee skills for all our cav. Let's use this army over here and go to sea in order to defeat fully the raiders so they don't bother us at all. I will do an auto resolve very quickly. And then we can get back to the more important things. I will start marching this army back over here to the west. I want us to get ready to go to war with the faction over here, Helirborg, and start expanding and taking over their territories. Let's see, our king is almost set to go. If I'm bringing the bigger stack over to this side, then I will bring the king up here and I will use him in order to attack from the north. At the same time, I want to bring this small army over here and I'll probably use it to take the settlement if this army won't be present. We will have to see. It's gonna take us a few turns to march to the border, but it can be done. Let's see, we have a few level ups. Our king has leveled up right now. The one thing that we could do is gain a bit more campaign movement and have -5 upkeep cost for all the units in the army. At the moment we're paying 110 gold per turn. It's gonna make quite a bit of a dent into the cost. But we wanted to put one more point into command in order to enable night battles. So I believe that's what we're gonna do right now. Now we are able to have the night battles, which will be very useful pretty soon, you will see. Once again we get a point into a level up for our governor over here. This is our son. I will give him one more point into loyalty because we want to keep him happy, especially when our current king dies and his brother will take over. We don't want him to be fighting against his kin. Over to this side, this governor, I'll just start dumping points into scribe, into improving our economy. We have low loyalty for the general called Bertram, which is this new general. Well, we will just keep them like that for now. Middle Anglo is having -6 to public order because of its allegiance, but it's starting to go down, so hopefully we can keep the region stable for a few more turns. We don't have a lot of money. Let's see if we can build anything. Nothing else to build, so let's move on. For this particular episode, I definitely want to go to war. Like we've played passive for a bit too long, and now that our armies are resupplied and they'll be replenished by the time we move into position, I think it's a good opportunity to start expanding a little bit further. We've gained 2 more good traits over here. Lavish, which gives our governor a bit more governance and a bit more influence. And over to Karl for gain from 10 or higher public order. We've gained +1 to governance. That is really cool. We move forward with this army, the Hell-Forged Hands, as it's called, and move our king as well a bit closer to the enemy. I'll put the king into an encampment stance, but I do not have the resources right now to do so. I could actually start marching in and begin raiding his lands, which is not a bad idea. How is his diplomacy? He has a lot of enemies. I don't think he will declare war on us just now. Let's keep a turn and then we'll start raiding. That's gonna be pretty useful. We finished building the salt pans over here. We could go even further, but we don't have the public order to keep the population happy. If we move over to our territories over here, like I'm looking at this unique building, the Martyrs coins, which provides us with 144 income from commerce and +10 to tradable resources in the area, and the upgrade for this is about another 150 extra income, like the base income, and that is pretty good. For now, we have a good public order over here, so what I want to do is start producing a tiny bit more lead. So if I build a lead mine over here, it will provide us with a bit of industry cash and -5 construction costs for monastery buildings in all regions in adjacent provinces. So if you look over here, it's gonna make it cheaper to build the shrine or the cult of Saint Edmund. We have 2 churches over here, 2 priories. So I believe that it's actually going to pay off if we build a lead mine. It gives us a bit more lead to export, so that will be very useful for our economy. We have all our armies in position. Let's move another turn. We've gained quite a bit more food as well. Now we're at 36. I want us to add even more to our production in order to expand our armies. We have a new governor leveling up. This is our heir. So what we can do is actually keep going with him, add more points into governing. Berfen over here is our general, and I'm going to give him a priest in order to add one more point into loyalty. We have a few places with public order problems, but I believe we're fine for now. So let's see how we can make this work. Northumbria over here brought 2 armies and is starting to take over these territories.
You can rely on us.
I don't want Northumbria to start expanding this way. And they've already taken a bunch of Eowils or what was Helirborg's territories. I'm not gonna give them the chance to do so. What I will do right now is actually declare war. Go ahead, declare war. And take over the territories. Like his army was out and encamped. If he's gonna attack us, there is a chance that Northumbria will reinforce us. The good
Can't be done.
good thing
Lay out your propositions, my friend.
is that they might waste a little bit of time trying to attack his southern territories. Northumbria is beginning to be quite scary. Like, I can see that they have like these 2 armies of 20 troops strong.
Not possible.
And also they're allied with these 2 territories over here. Holderness
Not an option.
and Hillerborg. These are very difficult to
Enemy
read.
blood will flow.
Oh,
We will bring
it's starting to become a little bit tough to when we could be ready to fight Northumbria. Fortunately for us, at least as far as diplomatic goes, his West Sea over here is friendly towards us. I don't believe they'll jump the gun and attack us anytime soon. Another thing I could do is start marching this army to the south.
No.
How far can this army move? It doesn't show us. I'm gonna start marching this small army over here to try to take their town before someone else comes and takes them over. Let's repair this farm over here. We've gained a lot of food. Let's recruit 2 more troops in this army just to ensure that Northumbria doesn't get any bright ideas. I'll bring 1 more Axeman. And with this army over here, well, we'll just keep it at that for now.
To greater blunder.
On this side, replenishing here, I will put 2 spearmen, since we have the food to do so, and just grow it step by step. We don't have any more money. Let's keep another turn. Let's see what will happen next. So Northumbria is actually fighting his troops over here. He defeated the army that was sitting nearby, which is very helpful for us. We are being blackmailed. Rumor has it that this man is working against you and is about to make his next move. We could go for ignore and this will lower our influence once more. And Knut over here will become vengeful. Or we can pay him off. Well, let's ignore because we do not have the money. Knut gained vengeful, which gives him +4 to usurper allegiance. Not exactly what I had in mind, but what can we do?
We'll pledge our service.
Let's move this army quickly over here. He's recruiting a few troops. We might be able to squeeze in and
Impossible.
take over his territory before he starts recruiting troops.
Enemy
I will
blood
use our
flow.
king to
To
march
war
towards
we
the
go.
city of Nottingham over here. And that's about it for now. We finished constructing a salt cellar, which boosted up our economy by a little bit. We finished also the cavalry research. The next level is the Jarl's Horseman, so we can upgrade our cav, but I don't think it's really that important right now to do that. We could start researching the spearman tree. Or we could go into some civic research as well. Let's start researching the missile units. Like, this first level will just give us armored archers, but the next level will give us 10% more missile damage to infantry units and also more ammunition. Like, we didn't run out of ammunition, but we definitely need a little bit more missile damage. And the next level, they will give us the trained skirmishers, which will upgrade our current archers and the javelin men that we have in our troops. So let's go for that.
We pledge your service.
Try to build a balanced army. Guthram's over here leveled up. He's the governor. He's pretty loyal. He's quite influential. Won't provide us most likely with bad traits. And I'll keep building him up as an economical leader. We're doing pretty well right now. Like, most of the people in our faction are happy. So it's gonna make the region pretty stable for now. We'll have to deal with a bit more unrest when the king passes away. For now, let's end the turn. Let's see what's going to happen next. Like, we're making quite a bit of progress into these territories. Like, this is unfortunately one of the things that don't work too well with the Total War series. Give me a second, let's see what's happening here. So this man has been planning to overthrow your rule, aiming no lower than the crown upon your head. There are a number of options open to you, but doing nothing is not one of them. So we can go for Knut and we can take him out. Show no mercy, or we can talk to him and we will receive -1 influence. Like, if we take a look at him, he's not great as far as governing goes. He has a few levels, but nothing special. On the bonuses side of things, he's bringing us a lot of usurper allegiance. So all in all, he's not helping this region grow. So I think I will show no mercy and take him out. Let's see, did that do anything to the loyalty of our court? No, apparently it did not. So we're okay on that. I guess we had good reason to do what we did.
By no means.
I was saying
Our foes shall fall.
how that there's one side that it's not so fun in this Total War series. Like, I've talked about how easy it is to take over the towns, because you are able to just march in and take over, and in this way you can starve out certain territories. It doesn't bring you a whole lot of penalties, but sure creates a bit of disruption.
We cannot.
Like, this one stack army, this one general can actually come over here and march inside this territory and take over the town just like that. So I think some people might
By
be
no
frustrated
means.
about this. The way I see it today, after I played this game a few times, is that it doesn't bring you a lot of problems. Like if you keep developing your inside your best protected settlement, so to speak, and you have an army placed around them, like having one territory taken over for one turn or two won't provide you with as many um,
Our foe
problems
shall
as you
fall.
might think. But I
Massacre
can
them.
understand the frustration.
Yes.
So what we'll do here is the
Yes,
same
indeed.
thing. We're just gonna march in and take over his territories. We've gained some communal fields, which means more food and an ironsmith, which will provide us with 210 income from industry. We get minus 20% to upkeep costs for all the units in the province and minus 20% recruitment costs for the land units in the province. This might come in handy. We can change it for an iron smelter, which will help us in constructing buildings, and it will produce a little bit more iron for export. But
You
for
can
now,
rely on us.
what we are doing is enough. Like I'm trying to push through over
We'll
here to
pledge
take
our
over
service.
Nottingham,
We cannot.
but the army over here from the north is marching probably with the same idea in
Enemy
mind.
blood will flow.
We might not have the opportunity to take them over right now.
Impossible.
Shall see.
We'll see this through.
If we look at governors available in Middle Anglo over here, we have only one who's a preacher. This bonus doesn't help too much in this territory, but at least we know he's a governor at heart. I think with that being said, for now we are
Our foe
set
shall
to go.
fall.
Let's end one more turn. I'm really curious to see if they're just going to attack the settlement to the north, or if they're just going to give us one more turn to, you know, take them over. So we have rebels over here. Unfortunately, this settlement got sacked
We
by
will serve.
this guy over here. We're just gonna auto-resolve this. And with that, we've taken out his king. Although another will rise.
My abilities have been boosted.
And now let's go back over to this
For the
side
Old Father,
in order to take care of the rebels.
in Odin's name.
Once again, we're gonna auto-resolve it. There's not much of a battle over here.
Rely on us.
On this turn, one of our settlements got taken over by rebels. You can see that these buildings have been damaged by quite a bit, and this territory has been sacked, which certainly brings a bit of a cost. But if you look at our economy, it's 1,000, not that big of a deal. Like it was what, 1,200 last turn, and over here we have 50 free food from 70
pledge your
probably.
service.
As I said, not that big of a deal to have your territories taken over, or the small settlements taken over. For this general over here, his army costs 1,300 right now, and it's not a full stack. Let's go for quartermaster, making it slightly more cheaper.
Enemy blood will flow. For victory!
As
Impossible.
I thought, this settlement over
By no
here will
means.
get besieged.
You can
I'm
rely
gonna
on
start
us.
raiding
Take
his
everything you
lands.
can.
It's not gonna do a whole lot, but it's gonna provide us with a little bit of
We'll pledge our
money.
service.
This settlement
No.
over here got taken by West Seax. So we've not gained as much as we wanted to right now. But what can you do? Sometimes it works out like this. Gunnar, the other old general we had since the beginning, became a skilled commander, gaining him 1 command and 1 influence. Also became a war chief from decisive victory, once again giving us 1 point in command and 1 influence. Look at him, he has level 7 command, which provides him with a level 4 rally, 70% of bodyguard size for the commander's unit, so he has a lot more units to his side, and plus 4 unit morale when the general is alive to the entire army. We don't have anything else to settle right now, we're just gonna end one more turn. And probably for the near future what we are going to do is we're going to start marching to the north. So over here they've attacked the settlement, and since we are in reinforcement range we can help them for a bit of diplomatic power or influence. However, we are going to go to war with them pretty soon, so I will not help them at all. Helirborg has been taken out. Eowyl's gain connected, which provides us 10% more income from commerce, bringing our current economy to 1700. And that is amazing, and the food we have is at 165. This will be the perfect time to start building armies and go to war. Also, Strathclyde over here declared war on Northumbria. Like, these territories are one near the other, which is perfect. We finished researching the melee specialists, so right now we are able to recruit armored archers. And we might just do that in the near future, but
Can't be done. We'll see this through.
right at this moment we'll just worry about our own.
Stand easy a while. Let's go.
Bring the king back home in order to replenish some of his supplies. And I think I'll put a cut in here, and we will talk a little bit more about it in our next episode. So thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time as we prepare to go to war with Northumbria. Have a great day.